What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to Craze the King of Content's channel. I'm gonna let y'all in on a conversation that I had with my man Jerod of the group Brothers Black. They were signed to Andre Harrell and Uptown Records. They were part of the original Uptown's Kicking It crew. And Jerod is gonna give me his history on Uptown, his relationship with Andre Harrell, and various different things that people probably don't know that he had a hand in or was around. This is unedited, nor is the conversation modified in any manner. I want to share with y'all my relationships with various people in the music industry from the early days up until now. So I need y'all to drop me a comment and share it. Click that bell if you like what's going on and you want some instant notification about the content I drop. My goal, seriously, is to keep y'all entertained, but most of all, educate y'all in a way so that you learn something from the culture that we live and love so much. So here it is. Check this shit out. It's crazy.
Straight, I definitely bought him there. Everything I told you the truth, but I'm trying to remember that shit so long ago.
Well, I know what you told me before was they like you knew them from school. Or they lived
I heard about him. I went up to John Bound to a talent show to see them. And I can't even recall, did I see him or the show was over? But I think I met him after the show, something to that degree, right? And then I took him to Andre. I see him when Andre Harrell was looking for two girls, and they didn't know who Andre Harrell was, stuff like that. And I gave them the information. And I think we all went up there together. But see, that's I hate that part because I don't exactly remember, but it's the truth. And I know I brought him to Andre. Andre liked him. He said, good-looking girls. He ran with it. That was his girls. That was his queens of Uptown.
Do you?
And
I was gonna ask you. Do you think he was trying to like have some kind of competition towards Salt and Pepper with them?
He had to. He had to have some type of competition with Salt Pepper because you had a two female, a duo group. And, Salt Pepper was like trying to follow behind Run DMC. They had to. They had to use, you know what I mean? It's like go hard or go home. They had no other choice. And that's the way Andre's thought process was. Like when we did the Brothers Black, right? And we were starting to drop some conscious records. He was already talking about like, listen to how Public Enemy is banging, doing this, doing that. You know what I mean? Damn, that could have been part of the interview, bro.
I'm recording it now. I ain't messing with you, Jerod.
You ain't no joke, dude. You ain't no joke. But I remember when Andre was like, we had this joint called Praise the Black Man, crazy joint with a Public Enemy sample, with a James Brown sample. Make a long story short, he was telling us, comparing us to Public Enemy, y'all gotta come hard like Public Enemy. Dre always wanted us to be just as good or emulate, not really emulate, but if we wasn't coming hard as that other group, and Posey, my partner, had a little bit of LL Cool J, he wanted him to be better than LL, just as good as LL. So the same thing with Sidney Shireen. That's why they had them MCM shoots and all, them Dapper Dan joints. And that's why he had them look that way. That's why the video was plush like that with the colors and stuff like that. He definitely was trying to get them to hang in there with Salt and Pepper. You had to match yourself against that. If you was a dual, female group, you had to do that.
What do you think was their downfall, I guess, if they had one? What do you think was the downfall for them?
I believe, man, it goes back to the same thing, man. At a certain time, I think Andre's concentration was heavy D. He was starting to get buzzes where other groups were starting to come in the reign. I can't remember exactly other groups. I know Ultra Magnetic was around. Father MC came in a little bit later on around that time. And I think it was just that other groups started coming around. And not only that, that their album never really jumped off, but I can't really say if it wasn't promoted like it should have been. You know what I mean? And I guarantee you, if I spoke to them, they, would have an issue somewhere with doing with promotion. Yeah. Heavy's the dude that came off the album that made noise instantly. Everybody else was gonna have to work for theirs.
Right.
I don't know if Dre was on the turntable or what, but it didn't look like that was happening. And a lot of people got impatient. Cindy Shireen got impatient. They got impatient, and I know from speaking with them, and some things that they just straight up and down. We like, yo, man, we got jerked around, and that's a lot of their feelings. You know what I mean?
Right.
Through conversations.
Right.
You know what I mean? They had the nice video, Soul Sister. You know what I mean? They had a couple of decent producers. Kyle West is on there. They had Seth G. I did something for them.
Did the Trackmasters do something for them?
I can't remember, but I think Trackmasters was on their joint too as well. You know what I mean? And I'm almost positive Trackmasters did something. And of course, maybe AEF. I was even in some pre-production with them, man, but it never materialized, never made the album, never got a chance to really get it done.
Right.
But they had a shot, but I don't believe felt they was pushed enough.
Do you think?
You know what I mean?
And just not to make it a long drawn out thing, but it seems like that was the sentiment of everyone that I speak to now. That everyone kind of feels like, for lack of the better word, Dre kind of left everybody else stranded after Heavy D, and got into film and TV and other stuff he was doing.
He did. I believe Dre was chasing the money. He might not even believe in the other groups. I'm just keeping it real. He might not believe in us, but
No, I can't say that, because he signed you. Why would, if he didn't believe in you, he wouldn't have signed you. I just think maybe his focus might have changed.
His focus might have changed, and it might have changed after some of these groups had albums. Finesse and Quiz had an album. Woody Rock had 2 or 3 singles. Ruby 2 had an album, even though it wasn't on Uptown, was on A&M. And Heavy's album, out of everybody's album that had albums, I think it was only 2 groups that had albums, did numbers.
Right.
And he ran with it. I think he was running with who he felt was the best artist, and that was going to be his money making. Kept running, but he did. He left everybody at the side. You know what I mean? He left everybody to the side. And we would have had, Brothers Black, and I got to say this, we had a single called Feel the Vibes that would have changed my whole life. Feel the Vibes, produced by me and DJ Eddie F, and the cuts was by Pete Rock. It was called Feel the Vibes. And all that never materialized. So, Vanessa and Quiz, they had a fair shot, but at the very end of it, you know what I mean? You can't just go one album and out. You got, sometimes you got to develop that group. And you remember, they was young, and it's still in developing. We went from young rhyming on the street straight to get signed, straight to video, some of them straight to album.
Right.
So it really was no developing in there. You know what I mean? It was really no time to develop. You know what I mean? You look at other artists like LL Cool J. LL Cool J had a couple of singles and went on the road with singles before he actually had his album.
Right.
His first album. So Rush developed him. There was no developing in between, and that's exactly what I wanted to get at. There was no developing between all other artists. Heavy D, he developed. He put time into. You know what I'm saying? Not to say the brother didn't have the talent, because I'm not saying that. Not to say Eddie F didn't have the talent, but he developed them. He put more time into them, and that's who, they became today. And the Finesse and Quiz was, and most of the artists on there was on the short end of the stick of that situation.
What was their biggest record, you think?
Soul Sisters. Hey, Sister Soul.
Right.
Lady, Marmalade, whatever that is.
Right.
LaBelle remake. And I think that at that time featured Nona Hendrix. But yeah, man. So that was it, man. And then it just Andre had a lot of other artists in between there. He was almost signing, almost dealing with, and then dealing with. So then you got a lot of people in his ear. You know what I mean? And
that's when Puff came around, right? Around that time.
Puff came around that time. Puff came around. Puff Daddy came around that time, man. And I remember just, all I remember at that time was just wishing them sisters that, that stardom. I was happy to see them even in the videos. You know what I mean? I felt good that bringing them to Uptown and introducing them to Andre Harrell, and he ran with them, and they had a good opportunity, to put their foot in the ground into this industry. And you're talking in the 80s, you're talking the mid to late 80s, man, and that industry was still brand spanking new, especially to a subsidiary label signed to a major.
Right.
I'm trying to figure out so I can hit you with. I'm trying to hit me with some more questions, man. You got to do some editing.
Yeah, so with that being said, what is your thoughts on Andre Harrell as a person?
Andre Harrell as a person, I think Andre Harrell, I'm gonna be honest with you, I honestly believe Andre Harrell's a good dude. I think Andre Harrell's a good dude. I think Andre Harrell is definitely an innovator. I think Andre Harrell brought something to the industry. Come on, man, that New Jack Swing, you know what I'm saying? That whole sound. He brought Teddy Riley to the industry. I don't care what nobody said. Andre did that. That New Jack Swing, Andre did that. You know what I mean? He had a lot of artists that came through even his company that went on other places and went big, man. You know what I mean? They came through. I think Robin Thicke came through. I think Anthony Hamilton was at the door a couple of times with Andre Harrell. You know what I'm saying? Said Gene Ultramagnetic did an album with Uptown Management, and then you already know who Mary J. Blige is. So he's an innovator, man. Andre Harrell's a real deal. He's a real deal as far as what he needs, a musical ear and seeing talent. I give him that. I don't think he's I think he's a businessman just like any other CEO. You know what I mean? And when you look at Sean Combs, you know what I'm saying? They just alike, to be honest with you, because they feel you ain't hitting, and if they feel you ain't hitting their artist, man, you're gonna be on that burner.
You can play your phone.
You know what I mean? You're gonna be on that back burner. What else? Hit me with another one, Jane. I'm trying to.
What say, Daddy?
I said, so you yourself, you told me before that you used to do everything for Andre, right?
I used to move around with Andre. I used to drive him around. I was like his chauffeur in the beginning of Uptown before it broke. I was like his chauffeur, man. He'd not come down the hallway, yo, Rado, what you doing? Nothing. You know I wasn't gonna turn that down. I'll wake up, and next thing you know, I was in, DST house, Marley Marl house, Jalene's house, kicking it over here with Lilo Thomas. Spike Lee's in the car with us. Nelson George in the car with us. I'm over here at Hush Productions. You know what I mean? I could go on and on and on at Davey D's house. Mixmaster, Grandmaster DST's house. So even, to go to make the logo, I was always driving around. Dropped them off, him and Russell Simmons at Madison Square Garden for the '85 Prince concert. You know what I mean? I was always there for him, man. And,
how did you get cool with him, though? How did you get cool with him?
I lived down the hallway. And I was in the music, and then, you know, I should see him coming in and out with albums sometime in his hand. And I should say to my boy, yo, man, he's somebody in the industry. I didn't know at that time who he was. And then one day I saw a flyer, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, at a club called the Q Club in Queens, on the 65th Street Mall, right across from the bus station. And I was like, yo, man, that's Mr. Hyde. That's you Mr. Hyde. I was telling my man that. And one day we was in the elevator through Conversation. We was talking. I was like, yo, you know, he saw something. I think I had some crates and some records in my hand. And he said, hey, man, you mess around music? Yeah, you know, DJ and do beats and all that stuff. And then I turned around. He said, okay. He didn't really tell me who he was. I said, aren't you Mr. Hyde? He smiled and said, nah, I'm Dr. Jekyll. And I shook his hand. And that was the end of that, bro. That was the end of that. Next thing you know.
So how did y'all connect after that? How did y'all connect?
I think one day he came down the hall. You know, he knew because he used to see me in the house. He'd see me in the hallway. And we'll meet at the elevator. We'll chop it up. Yo, what's going on? You know.
So that's how it started, y'all kind of meeting at the elevator.
Right. Meeting at the elevator and we'll chop it up. And he'd be like, yo, what's going on? Then one day, he just came to my house, man. Came to my house. Yo, what you doing? Nothing. He'll come. You want to take a ride with me somewhere? I said, yeah. He took me uptown. All I was doing, honestly, at that point, making sure he wasn't getting parking tickets. Sitting in the car, real talk. I was just, you know, the next you know, forget about it, bro. I was all over. He showed me Harlem, man. He showed me Harlem, man. Jerry's Den, Copeland's, Sylvia's, all the little Harlem soulful spots. Andre Harrell took me to all those joints, man. He broke me into what Harlem was, man. To me,
and what year was this? What year was this?
This had to be probably 85. Somewhere in there, I think 85. This was before Uptown. Mm-hmm. This was before Uptown, man. And I used to, you know, and to the main producers of the Uptown album, Tony and Yuli Sanchez.
So how did you end up going from being a driver to getting to know him well to being an artist?
It's a small world. I was already a DJ. My man, his name is Dan Robinson, his name MC Posey, was already contacting. He was in contact with Andre because Andre used to mess with a girl. Andre used to mess with a girl over at by his house in Jamaica, Queens. We went to Springfield High School. We was both football players. So he was already on. I wasn't even on the album, but he was with this other DJ named DJ E or somebody. But E was never around. Everywhere we go, but Posey was my man. It's so funny. He didn't know I was into music like that.
Right.
And that was crazy because I met him when I transferred over to Springfield High School to play football because there was none over on my side but Flushing High School, and my zone high school was Bound, and I didn't want to go to Bound. So I went to Springfield, met Posey. He didn't really know I was in my music. We instantly became homies. You know what I mean? And then he was never around. It used to be me, Posey, and Andre Harrell. Running around, I'm over at his girlfriend's house with Andre over in Jamaica, Queens. And Andre the one said, he said, yo, man, where E? He ain't never around. Posey, you need to put Rod on. Y'all should be together, man. You and Rod, y'all always together. He and TJ. You know what I'm saying? And the next you know, he said, yo, I'm gonna call y'all the Brothers Black. And we looked at each other. We was like, oh, that's kind of mean. You know, I'm darker than him, but we both brown skin, more on the dark skin side. But we was like Brothers Black. Yeah, we ran with it. And it was over. That's how I was in. You know what I mean? And
right.
I was still recruiting.
Now, you told me a story about Coogee Rap.
Exactly. I was still recruiting. Coogee Rap is my man, Nathaniel Wilson. We grew up together right over in Left Rack City. He was originally, I think, from Elmhurst to Corona, but that's right down the block in Left Rack City. He moved in Left Rack, and I was looking while we was doing Uptown. I used to tell Andre Harrell about Coogee Rap all the time, and he was like, "Yo, Rado," that's what he used to say. I want to meet him. I was searching all over for Coogee Rap.
Was he nice? Was he known to be nice, or you just thought he was nice?
He was known to be nice.
Okay.
Coogee Rap is known as Abdul. His Muslim name was Abdul at that time, I think. He still might be. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully saying that. He was nice. He was known to be nice. G-Rap had bars. You knew it. And that's why I was looking all over for him. I was like, Dre, I got this dude. I'm telling you, he's the illest. I got to find him. And I was looking. Couldn't find dude. One day I was coming back to the city. I stopped at Queens Plaza. And look who comes down the steps, Cool G Rap. And I run up on him, yo, G, I've been looking for you all over. I've been looking for you, kid, where you been? Nah. I said, yo, I'm down with Uptown Records, Andre Harrell. We on MCA, we can do this and that. He said, yo, Jerod, I did a demo called It's a Demo. Or he said, I just did a record called It's a Demo with Marley Marl. And I looked at him, I said, man, not really knowing the implications that he was signed already, just to hear he did a record with somebody else, I was really already disappointed. Right. Because if Dre would have heard him, he would have signed him. I couldn't tell you what he would have did with him because he would have been super hardcore for Uptown at that time besides us. You know what I mean? It could have been something beautiful, man. When people tell that story, when I tell the story, people be like, yo, really? Yes, really.
Right.
I was looking all over for G. When I found G Rap, he's already signed to Fly Tie, and they did It's a Demo. And I think that was on Cold Chillin' Records.
Wow. You got a lot of history, Jerod. Why you never wrote a book or anything, man?
And to be honest with you, it came across my mind, and I think I want to go that way. If I could get with a brother like you to help me put it together, we can make this happen.
I got somebody I could put you in contact with, and they could probably help you get it off the ground. I just actually getting ready to sign to this agent. She's gonna be my agent, so I'll let you talk to her. And if you figure it out, if that's something you want to do, you could definitely do it. But I'm actually getting ready to sign on with her to do some stuff, because I got a lot of history too, in the music, but in fashion as well. And I got a lot of stuff on tape that a lot of people don't have. So yeah, man, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm doing this. It's funny. You know why I asked you all those questions, right?
Not really. I know you put it together. You put something together. That's why I was trying to give the best.
Right. Why? Nah, because the content you gave me before, outside of what I used, I mistakenly deleted it. So I was just calling to speak about finesse and sequence, but since we started talking, I said, shit, I might as well ask him all the stuff I asked him before. Right. So that's why I started asking more about you, because remember I told you I want to release these little audio clips of people hearing our conversation.
I'm going to give you a video, right? Do me a favor. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to give you the video because I recorded the first one.
Right.
Before you do anything with it, let me see it first. I don't want to be looking crazy. Just, can you give me that respect?
Yeah. Well, I was just gonna put the audio out.
I can give you a video one day if you want to drop the video.
Yeah, fine. Give it to me. I'm
sitting in my den behind all my records and my equipment, and when I did that video,
right,
I forgot to give it to you when you called me.
I know.
I said I forgot to give it the video.
Right. It's all good. So what I like is what I'll do is if you give me the video, I'll do it, but I'll probably release the audio first. And then once the audio is good, then I'll probably release a piece of the video so they can actually see who's talking.
Right. Absolutely. I will appreciate that, man.
Yeah, I'm working on finessing them now. There's probably only going to be about 20 minutes long because I'm only circling around that video. And that time, and I actually found some behind-the-scenes footage of the music video. Believe it or not.
I seen that. I seen that.
Yeah.
I seen that on there. But do me a favor.
What's up?
Don't forget to give me that number because if I get the finesse, she'll give me some stuff that I don't remember.
No, I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you as soon as we get off the phone.
And then I'll hit you back, and she'll tell me, everything I'm telling you is official.
Right. She'll
give me some stuff that I don't remember that I did with them, and then I can give it to you to make it even deeper.
Now you said you was real cool with Sequence, right?
Sequence is Shireen.
Right.
That's my girl.
Now, really quickly, because I never really asked you the difference between the personalities of the two. How was Finesse and how was Sequence back then?
Finesse, Sequence, that's Shireen, right? I messed their names up.
Right. Yeah, that's Shireen.
Shireen was more the fly girl. Shireen, they was both good looking girls. Shireen was more high class, cute, fly girl. You know what I mean? More low key. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. More glee. Shireen was like Sydney was like the dog.
Right.
Respectfully, Sydney was like the thug. You know what I'm trying to say? The fly thug. You know what I mean? The one that even if her delivery was harder. The way she standing, her pose and all that was more on hard, more street edge, and her tempo was like that as well too. You know what I mean? Sydney wasn't one to play with.
I heard a story about her and Shireen going into Andre's office and they started beating Andre up.
And you know, I heard that, but I don't have the details in that. I forgot what that was about.
Yeah, a few artists told me that's what happened.
Yeah, it was some issues.
Yeah,
it was definitely some issues.
Right. And where were they? Were from Left Rack, both of them?
Yeah, they was from Left Rack City, and Sunfish. Right. Yeah. They was from Left Rack City. Since basically Shireen was from Left Rack City. Sydney lived in Kew Garden somewhere.
Right.
But they went to John Bound together. That's why I believe they connected at John Bound High School.
Right.
And she used to hang in Left Rack and stuff like that. And that was the deal, man. We used to be up in Andre house, man. Small little studio apartment. Me, Sydney, Shireen, my man, and Posey. Right. You know what I mean? And in the early days of going to that apartment, we used to go up there, and Russell Simmons used to be there all the time.
Right.
You know what I mean? That was Andre was the vice president of Def Jam Records.
Right.
So it was definitely was a nice ride, man.
Right. Hey, good brother, I appreciate it.
All right.
And I'll look for the footage when you get the opportunity to shoot it to me, and I'll let you see. I'll let you see it before I put it out.
All right, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Do me a favor. Send me.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to her now. I'm gonna send you her number now.
All right, and I'm gonna send you Woody's.
All right, cool.
Woody hit me like 3 times saying he can't get with you.
All right.
All right.
All right, later.
Peace.
Peace.